Iran says it has pierced the shield. It claims its missiles and drones have managed to get past the very powerful air defense system of the US and Israel, systems specifically designed to stop the incoming threat. Well, this particular claim comes after the joint US and Israeli strike targeted Iranian regime, killing their supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, sending a clear warning to Tehran. After that, Iran's response, it appears to be equally clear. It has the ability to strike back and it wants the world to know about it. Unlike the US, Iran does not rely on modern air force filled with advanced fighter jets. While much of its aircraft fleet, it is aging, it is limited in capability. That's right, instead of competing planes for planes, Tehran has invested heavily in missiles and drones. That's right, over the past few years, it has built one of the largest and most diverse missile arsenals in the Middle East, focusing on range, numbers, and survivability. Iran's inventory includes short-range rockets for battlefield use and medium-range ballistic missiles capable of reaching Israel, US bases in the Gulf, and key regional infrastructure. While these weapons cannot really reach the US mainland, they significantly shape the regional security landscape. Here, American military facilities, oil installation, ports, and shipping routes across the West Asia, they are now falling within the potential striking distance. The strategy is kind of layered. Ballistic missiles travel high into the atmosphere before descending at a high speed towards their target. Cruise missiles fly much low, hugging the terrain to avoid radar detection. One-way attack drones, often cheaper and smaller, can be launched in large numbers just to overwhelm the air defenses here. Even advanced systems can struggle if faced with saturation attack involving multiple types of incoming threats all at once. Well, Iran has also emphasized that the development of underground missile cities, fortified tunnel complex built into mountains. Well, these facilities are designed to store, protect, and launch missiles even if the surface sites are destroyed. The logic is very simple. Deterrence through survivability. If the arsenal cannot be easily wiped out, it remains a credible threat during prolonged war. In the meantime, military analysts they often describe this particular approach as asymmetric warfare. Rather than matching adversaries in conventional air power, Iran seeks to offset its disadvantages with missile quantity, mobility, and concealment. Interceptor missiles used in air defense systems they are costly, while drones and certain missile systems can be produced at very low expense. In fact, in a drawn-out conflict, this cost imbalance becomes strategically significant because when Iran claims it has punctured the US and Israeli defense shield, the message is not only about physical impact but also about perception. Even the most advanced defense systems are not flawless, right? If a few projectiles penetrate, the psychological and political consequences, it can be massive. In the end, every military base, every shipping corridor, every energy hub within range must now factor in this layered missile and drone threat. The critical question is no longer whether Iran possesses these capabilities, but how will they perform in sustained escalation, and how many incoming threats even the strongest defense networks can realistically intercept.